Hello, Artful Manifestors, and thank you for joining me. Today we are finding out what message is the collective consciousness sending you. Okay, those flew out already. Let's definitely take those. All right, and to choose your message, you know what? I think, okay, there is just one. To choose your reading, you're just going to select from one of these crystals or one of the cards I'm about to reveal. So for reading number 1, we have the Dove Spirit, along with Unakite. And for reading number 2, we have Sandpiper Spirit, along with Mangano Cacite. And for reading number 3, we have Beaver Spirit, along with Bumblebee Jasper. Let your intuition guide you. Whichever crystal and or image you're most drawn to is probably the reading meant for you. Of course, you're always welcome to listen to 2 or even all 3 of the readings, as there may be additional messages for you there. You'll find a link to all the readings in the description box below, along with a list of all the cards that I use. If I have a link where you can find those cards, I'll include that as well. On October 17th, I'm giving away a free personalized tarot reading, and all you have to do to qualify is give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and type Hunter's Moon in the comments below. Good luck. Hello, reading number 1. You chose the Unakite, which teaches us patience. It stimulates the third eye. It's an excellent stone for visualization, scrying, any kind of psychic work. Helps us to understand the unfolding, the natural, divine timing of things. And you got the card Dove Spirit Peace, be peaceful, which goes along perfectly with the Unakite's ability to teach us patience, being at peace with where we are, not trying to rush things or not feeling rushed ourselves, the need to act or speak, but sometimes taking a moment to receive or reflect. All right, let's get some of these oracle cards and see what else we can find out. What does the collective consciousness want you to know right now? What messages are you being sent by the collective consciousness? Juggler. All right, so perhaps you have the Unakite and Dove Spirit be peace because you feel like you're juggling a lot of different things, trying to get things done. You may be saying things like, I don't have enough time, I don't have enough money, I can't afford that luxury, I have to focus, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. And so the collective consciousness is helping you to find your own way, help you to release those shoulds or have tos or need tos, and finding peace within each space and each moment, helping you to not feel rushed. All right, if you hear noise in the background, those are the dogs. That in particular was Cleo. You can see a picture of her on Instagram. All right, what message does the collective consciousness have for reading number 1 at this time? What messages are they receiving? Three monkeys. So, with the 3 monkeys, what I'm really getting is like the monkey mind, being busy, having that busy mind, rather than being at peace. It's this pressured feeling is what they're showing me. somebody that really feels pressured to do something or say something, fearing the unknown, fearing that awkward silence, or feeling uncomfortable with it. So the collective consciousness is sending you opportunities to experience peace, opportunities to slow down, opportunities to practice your patience. I'm also hearing, again, it's monkey see, monkey do, and also hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. But really that monkey see, monkey do is what's coming up. It's like you see what other people are doing, and then you feel you should be doing that thing too. And so the collective consciousness is sending you opportunities to release that, so that you do things in your time, and you do only the things that resonate for your highest and best good, as opposed to doing what you think you're supposed to be doing based on what other people are doing. Who knows? Maybe they are doing the same thing and they don't even want to be doing what they're doing. Hold the space. You're being guided to start small in those moments, if you're a person that feels pressured to talk, for example, instead to just hold the space. If somebody's sharing something with you, maybe they are experiencing a challenge in their life and they want to share that, get that off their chest. You don't need to fix it. You can just be a listener. A good tool is to repeat the last 3 words somebody says. Then they know you're listening to them, but it also opens up this doorway for them to share more. Everybody has an inner wisdom that guides them, and so we don't necessarily need to help them with that. We just need to hold the space for them to find their own way. All right, let's get some tarot cards and see what other messages we can get. What is the collective consciousness sharing with reading number 1 at this time? What messages are you receiving from the collective? Okay. Notice if you see some doves. This is the collective consciousness sending you messages, especially white doves. All right, here we have the Strength card, and we see a mother lioness or bobcat, some kind of wild cat with a baby, the cub. The collective consciousness is sending you the message that you are strong, you are resilient, and you are brave. I'm really hearing that you're brave. They want you to step out of your comfort zone. There's a situation that you might be holding back on, and the collective consciousness is gently nudging you to try it, to step out of your comfort zone, to be brave. They want you to know that you are brave, so they want you to act on that. 5 of Cups. So the collective consciousness wants you to focus on the blessings that you have. We see 3 upright cans of milk and 2 cans of spilt milk. And this figure here, this person is looking at the cans of spilled milk rather than recognizing they still have 3 cans of milk. So singing your praise about the things that you have, the blessings that you have. Letting go of things you can't control. The collective consciousness wants you to recognize what you can and can't control and to surrender to that. Again, they're telling me divine timing. The Four of Pentacles. Balance. It's a balance of holding on to what you have and protecting it, but not so tightly that you strangle it. So you don't want to get crushed by the situation or squeeze the life out of it by holding on to it, protecting it too much, whether it's yourself or it's a situation. The collective consciousness is saying that letting go of some of this control will help to ease this feeling of not having enough time, enough money, enough energy, enough patience. Nine of Swords. The collective consciousness is urging you to create bedtime routines for yourself. There's a strong message of self-care, starting with when you go to sleep, what are you doing at night? Are you looking at the failures of the day, the mistakes, what didn't get done? Or are you counting your blessings? Are you worrying about what might not be done tomorrow or possible negative outcomes? Instead, the collective consciousness is inviting you to connect with your guides, your angels, your ancestors, source, whatever resonates with you most, and asking for their assistance, to see them working on your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual bodies, fine-tuning them when you sleep, asking them to work on you at night while you sleep, making any improvements that are necessary and that can benefit you for the highest and best good without any discomfort. And to see yourself, have them work on you at night so that when you wake up in the morning, you wake up fresh and positive, bold and brave, ready to face anything with ease. All right, let's get a couple. Oh, okay, this one already wants to come out. The Devil. The Devil in this case is definitely these unwanted thoughts. These negative beliefs. I'm hearing that somebody feels, suspicious or distrusting, worried that somebody has malevolent motivations. And the collective consciousness is inviting you to, before you enter a room or a situation, to send your spirit guides there first, or your angels. See your angels or your spirit guides entering that meeting, that room, that situation, that interview before you. See them putting things into place to protect you. See them raising the vibration of everybody there and preparing it for you so that you can experience the best outcome possible. You know, it's interesting because the Unakite helps with visualization, and I'm receiving a lot of suggestions from the collective consciousness for you to practice visualizations before you go to bed, before you do something that might be causing you stress, that you might be worried about. Even if you are ruminating and replaying an event from the past, to either visualize a better future or to visualize that past a different way, if that feels comfortable to you. King of Cups, yeah. So here you are, comfortable. We see this, the ocean, the sea is calm. The King of Cups is somebody that's emotionally stable. They're suggesting that you practice being that calm presence with others. Remember, hold the space. And this is going to help cultivate that practice within yourself. If this is something you're already doing, then this is validation of it. If you already notice that with others you are patient, but with yourself you aren't, then the collective consciousness wants you to take notice of how you treat others, how patient you are with others, and for you to begin having that compassion and love with yourself, that patience with yourself. Really beautiful. It feels so loving and gentle, so peaceful. The collective consciousness is sending you peace and opportunities to experience peace, practice patience with yourself and others. So if something happens, something spills, something makes, there's some kind of mistake, whether it's on your part or another, take a deep breath and say, I have patience. I am patient. Visualize your heart lighting up and sending love to everyone in that situation. Just send love. And remember to send your guides, your angels, to any room, any meeting, any interview, any situation, interaction before you get there. Send them there on your behalf. And you'll begin to see things start to transform. And take note of when they do. Take note of how it goes better than you would have expected it to in the past. Reading number 1, I'm wishing you the best. You're always welcome to reach out to me through my website for additional guidance. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Bye. Hello, reading number 2. You chose the pink Mangano Cacite. And it promotes inner peace, compassion, pure love, joy. It's the true healer of the heart, promoting harmony, mental peace, and rejuvenation. And you also chose the card Sandpiper Spirit. Says, be playful. If you saw a reading from yesterday or the day before, I'm trying to remember when it was, with the otter, and we talked about being playful, please let me know. This is definitely confirmation that the collective consciousness wants you to be more playful. All right, let's get some cards, some oracle cards, and see what other messages the collective consciousness is sending you at this time. Reading number 2. I felt this card hop out. Third eye. All right. They are sending you opportunities to activate your third eye, to recognize that your third eye is being activated. And they may be speaking to you, sending you messages through your third eye. I'm hearing inner vision, feathers. So another way they are communicating with you is through feathers. You may see a feather when you're out walking. It may just float down in front of you. It might be a picture of feathers. You might hear people talking about feathers. You might see it, on social media. And it's interesting that you got a bird, Sandpiper Spirit, and now we have feathers. It could also be through birds that you're sensing something. So the collective consciousness wants you to, when you notice birds, whether it's one bird, notice what the bird is doing. Ask in your mind what the message is for you. If you hear it singing, just feel into it, lean into it, see what you can receive. If it's a whole group of birds, again, feel into it, lean into it. Notice what you're thinking at that time. And just receive. See what messages you're being sent. It may be a feeling, it may be a knowing. Oh, we got 2, all right. We have Stag, Trust and Thrive. And High Priest, Intend and Create. Let's move this just a bit. So what they're telling me is that if there's something that you want, it's like, think of a time that there was something that you wanted and you just kind of casually mentioned, wouldn't it be nice if this happened? Wouldn't it be nice if nobody showed up today and we were the only ones and we got this whole place to ourselves? And then that happens. Just notice when you say something and you just kind of let it go, and then it happens. As opposed to kind of micromanaging the manifestation. It's like you weren't very attached to it. You said it with meaning, you felt it, but you didn't contradict it with an opposite energy. Sometimes we say something like, I wish this thing could happen, but it probably won't. And so then we negate it, and then it doesn't happen. It's like we create it, but it doesn't reach us because we put that opposite energy attached to it or in front of it. All right, let's get some tarot cards and see what other messages we can get. And with be playful, they're saying, again, make little games out of it. Like, Just notice when you think about getting a good parking space, and you do. Start recognizing your manifesting abilities. If you have already started to do this, this is validation of that. And you're being encouraged to kind of level up with it. Wheel of Fortune. All right, here's another bird, and here's another bird. So we have maybe a falcon and an eagle that's fishing. So things are turning in your favor. Notice when things work in your favor. The collective consciousness is sending you messages about what an amazing manifester you are, and giving you opportunities to hone your skill of manifesting. What other message do you have for reading number 2? All right, temperance, moderation, balance. There's something about drawing energy up from the earth. Just like with this pump, it's like there's a natural spring here. We see the water. She's got her foot in the water, and then they attach this pump to that spring, so they always have access to it. There's something about drawing up energy from something that's already there, going with the flow, working with the forces, the momentum. Just like I was saying, if you say, wouldn't it be nice if this, working against the momentum would be when you add that phrase, but it probably won't because of this. And so kind of seeing the conditions that are already there, and then just tweaking it a little bit with your intentions. How interesting. They're also showing, like a tempest, like maybe you feel a breeze and you do something with your energy to make that breeze become a stronger wind. Using energy that's already in motion and going with it. I know there's a martial arts that uses this tactic. Rather than stopping somebody coming towards you, pulling them down, going with their momentum. This is what the collective consciousness is showing me. They're sending you opportunities for you to practice this skill. This is new to me, so I'm trying to interpret it and explain it as I receive it. All right, if you hear little pitter patters, that's Torby. And they keep saying, go with the flow, go with the flow. 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so cultivating your resources. So use this to cultivate your resources. So they're showing me somebody who maybe is watching the markets, like stock markets or cryptocurrency. And again, I know nothing about this. I'm not a day trader or an investor, but somebody who can look at these and also use their intuition and go with the flow and know when to buy and when to sell to maximize their profits. So I'm not saying to go out and do that if that's not something that you're already doing or interested in, But that's what they're showing me. It's that kind of energy of working with the conditions in a way that you can maximize your profits. Working with what's already there. For example, if you have a spring on your land, it's smart to put a pump there rather than, digging a well, rather than digging a well, miles away. Just as I was saying that, an alert came on the phone and paused the video. All right, let's see what other messages the collective. I feel like you are just an amazing manifester, and the collective consciousness wants you to recognize that. It doesn't matter if you're saying something positive, something that you want, or something that you don't want, you're manifesting it. So they want you to be aware of that and to be more conscious of what you do say, what energy that you are emulating, because your thoughts, your words become things. So being mindful of what you're putting out there, what you're creating, because you are creating. All right, the Three of Cups, celebrating. Again, celebrating when you notice that you are manifesting things. It may come as a synchronicity. Like, oh, I wish, I didn't have to go to this meeting today. And then you check your email and the meeting's canceled. And you're just like, yes, celebrate it. And it doesn't have to be like a celebration where you go out and spend money. Just, do a little happy dance, say yes, smile, just write it down. Maybe keep a journal and keep track of all these synchronicities and recognize that you are doing that. That is the clear message. Recognize that you're doing that. The collective consciousness wants you to know you are creating your reality. And here's another bird. If you're going to the beach, let us know. We have the Sandpiper spirit, and then here we have a little family on the beach. Be playful. Here we have somebody picking up sand, putting sand in cups. Maybe they're going to make a sand castle. The High Priestess. This is validation of your intuition. And you tapping into the collective consciousness. You on your own are tapping into the collective consciousness. The collective consciousness wants you to not fear the unknown, to trust. Remember, trust. Trust that everything is going to work out. Everything is provided for you. You have a river, a spring. You know how to cultivate. You know how to play and have fun. Here is the High Priestess sitting in a corn maze, but she's calm and serene. She doesn't have a map of how to navigate and get out, but she knows that she will. She knows that she will find her way. And so will you. The Seven of Cups. Choices. So here we see them collecting the sand, and here she is actually building something. And look at the clouds. There are shapes in the clouds. If you like to look at the clouds and see shapes, please put that in the comments. It is a great use of your imagination, and you may also see if you can play with the clouds. See if you can disperse them or make them grow. Again, going with what energies are there, see if you can practice that. Have fun with your spiritual abilities, your spiritual gifts. And having fun with it is going to help you to cultivate it more. There is a message from the collective consciousness that, again, creating, manifesting what you want is going to come with ease. Just like saying, wouldn't it be nice if we didn't have that meeting today, and then you get an email and you don't have that meeting? It's that simple. And the more you cultivate it, the better you'll get at it. And reading number 2, I'm so excited for you. This feels so powerful in your power, being able to manifest this way. It's just tweaking a little bit, learning to trust your intuition, your inner voice, letting go of any kind of fear, any kind of resistance, and being playful, having fun. This is really going to help to cultivate it. I see you looking at the conditions and being really good at how to read it and amplify it to your benefit, working with those conditions and being able to maximize your resources. You're always welcome to reach out to me through my website for additional guidance if you feel that you need it, but I'm wishing you the best. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Bye. Hello, reading number 3. You chose the Bumblebee Jasper, which inspires us to be more self-reliant and confident while being generous with our love. It helps us to concentrate on being our highest self. You also chose the Beaver card, Beaver Spirit. Lay a solid foundation. All right, let's dive into it, get some more cards, and find out what exactly the collective consciousness wants you to know, what messages they're sending you at this time. All right, we have the 3 monkeys. What messages are being sent to reading number 3 from the collective consciousness? All right, Juggler. Okay, both of these cards came out in reading number 1. How interesting. So if you were drawn to reading number 1, there may be a message for you there. Let's get some more cards and see what else we can find out. All right. Be brave and honest. Be brave and honest. Heart Guardian, love and let yourself be loved. All right, let's get some tarot cards and see if we can get some more clues. Oh, okay, that just flew out. Okay, there's 2 of them. The Sun card, which is success, happiness, joy. I feel like it really goes along with the Bumblebee Jasper. These big sunflowers. 4 of Wands. Also success. Okay, I feel like you're on the verge of achieving something. This is a celebration, but it's also stability. A solid foundation. You see the 4 wands. It's like 4 legs on a table. Because of those 4 legs, it is stable. Laying a solid foundation. Let's keep going. What messages is reading number 3 receiving? 6 of Pentacles. Also balance. Balancing energies. And being generous. Remember, we talked about with the Bumblebee Jasper, being confident enough and self-reliant enough that you're able to be generous. And here we see she's giving him some bread. She is self-reliant enough that she can give him some bread. All right, what are you working on? Justice, being fair. Balance. There's so much about balance here. We see how this is balanced on these. The 6 of Pentacles, the meaning of this card is about balancing energy. Balancing the give and take. What you give, you receive. And then here we have the Justice card, and we see these scales here, or this scale. Take what you need, pay what you can. Wow. Being fair. Being fair with yourself and with others. Be brave and honest. This is such an interesting reading, reading number 3. What are you doing? Just the collective consciousness telling reading number 3. What messages is reading number 3 receiving from the collective consciousness? Okay, we got 2 more. 8 of Wands. This is fast moving energy. Something's going to happen very quickly. Sometimes it's an aha moment, an understanding. 7 of Wands, standing your ground, fair prices. Advocating for yourself, advocating for others. Are you doing something? It's like they're showing me somebody who's starting a nonprofit organization or some kind of organization to help others. If you are doing that, please put that in the comments. I really see that you have a big heart and that you are generous and that you're a very good person. And maybe you don't feel like it's always reciprocated. Sometimes it feels like we are putting in all of this effort, but we don't see the fruits of our labor, or we don't feel like it's reciprocated. What the collective consciousness is saying is that you have laid a solid foundation with all of the good acts, the kind acts, the loving acts that you have already performed. And it now is not the time to waver. There are consequences to our actions. We reap what we sow. And with the Sun and the 4 of Wands and the 6 of Pentacles, I feel that something good is coming your way. So now's not the time to waver and say, well, nobody else is doing it, I'm not going to do it, or everybody else is acting this way and getting away with it, so why don't I just act that way? Act true to your nature. Be brave, be honest, lead with your big heart and your love. Make sure all of your ducks are in a row. Something's going to happen very quickly. And now is the time for you to be that voice. If there's something that you feel is unfair, that you haven't spoken up about, the collective consciousness is urging you to do that. In doing that, again, you want to make sure that all your ducks are in a row so that nobody can say, well, they did this or they didn't do that, whatever the case may be. And I see that up to this point you're fine, you're doing great. So I see that the karma is about to be balanced in your favor. Just make sure that you stay true to yourself, honest, you keep acting from a place of love, and I do see you doing that. And I see that you'll be celebrating. I see that you're going to be happy. I see success. I see you accomplishing something. And I see these scales of justice being balanced. Reading number 3. This just feels really justice. That's really what's coming through, is this feeling of karma and justice. And I see that you're a very good, sweet person. Beavers are very likable. They're such good neighbors. They build these dams that create a whole new ecosystem. They're keystone species. So when they build dams, it slows down the water in the river, making a little pond so that the water can stay there longer. It warms up, which invites algae to grow, which then invites fish and turtles and ducks. It cascades. And this is what I see you doing. You don't see how your small acts sometimes ripple out, but they do. You may do something, and because you did this one little kind act for someone, it ripples out and they do something, or they're able to do something that helps more people. It's just like the beaver. They build their dam, which makes algae and attracts fish and turtles and ducks and all kinds of birds, waterfowl. And they even let little muskrats come and sleep in their lodges in the cold of the winter. And they don't mind. They don't mind if the ducks make a nest on top of their lodge. They're really great little neighbors. And I see you doing that. Speak no evil, see no evil, hear no evil. That is you. You're just good through and through. And with this justice card underneath, now's not the time to falter. You want to stay true to yourself. That's you. That's who you are. The sun is shining on you. You're going to see the sun spotlighting you. I see success for you. I'm so happy for you, reading number 3. Please let me know how this resonates. I love to hear the connections that you make between what the cards reveal and your own personal life. You're always welcome to reach out to me for additional guidance if you feel that you need it. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Bye.